May love lead us, my beloved one. There is something very powerful that you need to hear today. Deep within your heart, you've known for some time that God has been aligning certain pieces of your destiny, preparing a path that you may not fully understand yet. The angels are drawing near with a message, whispering reassurance into your spirit. You are not forgotten, and what you've been waiting for is already being set in motion. You've been praying, seeking clarity, asking why certain relationships felt delayed and why love seemed hidden. Heaven wants you to know it was never denial, only divine timing. Your soulmate, the one heaven has set apart for you, carries a mission greater than wealth, greater than influence, and greater than earthly success. This is not just about romance, it is about purpose. The reason they are often described as a billionaire soulmate is not simply because of material abundance, but because their heart is being prepared to steward resources, to serve humanity, and to align their life with God's calling. Their wealth is not for pride, but for a spiritual mission that will overflow into your union. When the two of you come together, it will not be an ordinary love story, but a covenant designed to shine light and bless many. The Word of God says in Proverbs 13:22, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children, but a sinner's wealth is stored up for the righteous." This reminds us that wealth in God's hands is not for selfish gain, but for generational purpose. Your soulmate has been walking through their own lessons, sometimes in silence, sometimes in struggle, because heaven has been shaping them into someone who will not just love you deeply, but will also stand with you in divine mission. Perhaps you've wondered why there has been a waiting season, why delays have tested your patience. The angels say, delays are not denials, they are divine protections. Just as Joseph in the Bible was elevated from the prison to the palace for a purpose greater than himself, your soulmate has been going through refining moments. Their journey, no matter how glamorous it may look from the outside, has had hidden valleys, tears, and prayers that you may never see. But those very trials are what prepared them for you. Ephesians 3:20 tells us, "Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine, according to his power that is at work within us." You've prayed for love, for companionship, for stability, but God is preparing to give you not only what you asked for, but something far greater, an abundant love that carries vision, faith, and purpose. As you listen right now, the angels want you to rest in this truth. Your soulmate's mission is not just their mission, it will become your shared calling. Together, your union will be a testimony of God's faithfulness. You will move mountains in prayer, create spaces of healing, and pour into others who are weary. Their resources will align with your faith, and together you will become instruments of light. Think of Esther, who was positioned in the palace not for her own comfort, but to save her people. In the same way, your partner's position, their abundance, and their influence will serve a higher cause. And you, beloved, are chosen to walk beside them. Heaven is weaving your paths together, not for status but for service. You may feel small in comparison to the magnitude of their journey, but the angels assure you what you carry inside. Your faith, your prayers, your compassion is the very strength they need. This love will not be one-sided. It will be balanced by grace, respect, and divine partnership. The waiting season is holy. Do not despise it. God is still preparing you, just as He is preparing them. Isaiah 60:22 declares, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." You don't need to chase, force, or prove anything. Your role is to stay aligned, stay prayerful, and keep your heart open to the unfolding of God's plan. Your angels are guiding you toward peace as you wait. Release the anxiety. Release the fear that it will never happen. Release the lies that you are overlooked. Heaven has written your love story long before you even imagined it. What is yours cannot be taken away, and what God ordains will always come to pass. And so today, take courage. Speak life over your future. Pray over your soulmate even now, wherever they may be. Ask God to continue shaping them, protecting them, and readying their heart for your union. And also ask Him to keep preparing you for love. This divine requires a heart rooted in grace, patience, and trust. This is not just romance, it is a calling. Your billionaire soulmate has a spiritual mission, and when your paths meet, the impact will ripple far beyond the two of you. It will touch lives, uplift families, and inspire hope in others who are watching. Beloved, do not grow weary. The Lord is faithful. The same God who parted the Red Sea, who raised Lazarus, who restored Job, is the same God who is orchestrating your love story. Nothing is too hard for Him. As you close this message, I invite you to anchor this word in your spirit. If you feel this resonates with you, declare it aloud. I trust God's timing for my soulmate and my mission. Speak it, believe it, and let peace fill your heart. Before you go, remember to like this video if it touched you. Comment a faith-filled phrase such as, "I trust God's divine plan," to affirm this message in your life. And don't forget to subscribe and stay connected, because more messages of faith, love, and angelic guidance are on the way to uplift and encourage you daily. Your angels want you to remember something very important. Every great covenant that God ordains is always bigger than the individuals involved. When Ruth aligned with Boaz, it wasn't just a romantic story. It was a divine partnership that led to the lineage of King David and ultimately to the birth of Christ. Your union is being prepared in the same way. It may feel like just a relationship, but heaven knows it as a divine assignment. You are stepping into a story that will bring light, love, and hope not only to your lives but to countless others. Sometimes the enemy tries to plant doubt in your mind, whispering that maybe you're not worthy of such a love, or that your past disqualifies you. But the angels say clearly, your past has not disqualified you, it has prepared you. Every tear, every setback, every season of waiting has been a teacher. Those experiences softened your heart, strengthened your faith, and gave you wisdom. And when you finally step into this union, you will recognize it not as luck, but as God's faithful promise fulfilled. Remember what Romans 8:28 declares. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. This is not an accident. Your soulmate's spiritual mission and your path of faith are converging for a greater good. God is working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet see, but one day you will look back and realize that every waiting season was worth it. Your angels are also reminding you not to compare your timeline with others. You may look around and see people getting married, settling down, or building lives that seem ahead of yours. But heaven says, do not measure your journey against anyone else's. Flowers bloom in their own season. The sunflower does not envy the rose, and the oak tree does not compare itself to the lily. Each has its purpose, its timing, its beauty. The same is true for your destiny. The time of unveiling is near, and when it happens, it will feel sudden, but it will have been in preparation for years. Think of Abraham and Sarah. They waited long for the promise of a son. At times it felt impossible. Yet when the promise came, it came with divine power that could not be denied. Your union carries that same essence. It may have felt delayed, but when it arrives, it will arrive in fullness, leaving no doubt that God's hand was upon it. The angels want you to also prepare your heart in prayer. This isn't just about waiting for love. It's about cultivating readiness for the mission. Ask yourself, what qualities is God developing in me right now that will serve this future partnership? Is He teaching me patience, humility, deeper trust? Is He strengthening my ability to forgive, to listen, to nurture? These are the qualities that will make your covenant not just survive, but flourish. And to those who feel weary, the angels bring comfort. Rest in the promise of Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Your waiting will not break you. It will renew you. When you step into this next chapter, you will rise with strength you didn't even know you had, beloved. Your soulmate's wealth is not the highlight of this story. Their heart for God, their alignment with heaven's mission, and their willingness to serve with all that they are. That is the treasure. And you are being chosen to stand alongside them, not as a shadow, but as a light that shines just as brightly. Together, you will mirror Christ's love for the church, a love that is patient, kind, and enduring. So even as you wait, start living like the promise is already on its way. Live with expectancy. Pray over your days with joy, not with despair. Prepare your spirit to welcome love, not with fear, but with gratitude. Your words carry power, so speak life. Each time you feel doubt rise, replace it with truth. God is faithful. My season is coming. My love is written by heaven. And when your billionaire soulmate steps fully into their mission, you will see why heaven had to prepare the both of you so carefully. Because what you are stepping into is not ordinary, it is extraordinary. It is meant to touch lives, to build legacies, and to glorify God's name on the earth. Even now, angels are moving, aligning opportunities, softening hearts, and making ways. Even now, prayers you prayed months or years ago are echoing in heaven and drawing answers toward you. Even now, your name is being whispered into the heart of the one God has chosen for you. So stand tall in faith. Keep pressing forward. Hold on to the truth of Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This is not just a verse, it is a promise sealed over your life and your love story. As you let this word settle in your heart, I encourage you to take a step of faith. Declare it in the comments. I trust God's divine plan for my soulmate and my mission. Let this be your public declaration of faith, your alignment with heaven's timing. And if this message touched your spirit, be sure to like this video so more people can find encouragement and hope. Subscribe and stay connected, because every message shared here is designed to remind you that you are not alone, that God is with you, and that heaven is guiding your steps into a future filled with love, purpose, and light. Your billionaire soulmate's spiritual mission is not a secret anymore. The angels have revealed it. It is to love, to serve, to uplift, and to stand beside you as a living testimony of God's goodness. And soon, that promise will become your reality. Beloved, your soulmate's wealth is not the highlight of this story. Their heart for God, their alignment with heaven's mission, and their willingness to serve with all that they are. That is the treasure. And you are being chosen to stand alongside them, not as a shadow, but as a light that shines just as brightly. Together you will mirror Christ's love for the church, a love that is patient, kind, and enduring. So even as you wait, start living like the promise is already on its way. Live with expectancy. Pray over your days with joy, not with despair. Prepare your spirit to welcome love, not with fear, but with gratitude. Your words carry power, so speak life. Each time you feel doubt rise, replace it with truth. God is faithful. My season is coming. My love is written by heaven. The angels want to remind you that love and mission are always woven together in God's design. This is why your union cannot be rushed or forced. It must be birthed in alignment. Look at Mary and Joseph. Their love was not just a private story. It was part of a divine plan to bring Jesus into the world. Joseph's obedience to the angel's instruction to stay with Mary was not easy, yet it positioned him as a protector of destiny. Your billionaire soulmate's role in your life will mirror that same protective, purposeful alignment. They will stand with you, even when challenges arise, because their heart has been prepared for the mission, not just the romance. Another beautiful example is Aquila and Priscilla. They were more than a couple. They were a ministry team. Together, they discipled Apollos, mentored believers, and opened their home as a place of worship. The angels highlight their story because your soulmate is not just a life partner, they are a spiritual partner. When the two of you come together, your love will create a ripple effect, drawing others closer to God, teaching others how to walk in faith, and providing safe spaces for healing and restoration. Think of it this way: your soulmate's resources may build the walls, but your prayers and faith will bring the presence of God inside those walls. Together, you will not just build houses, you will build homes. You will not just create wealth, you will create legacies of compassion, generosity, and love. The angels are saying, this is why the wait has been long. Because God doesn't just want you happy, He wants you impactful. He wants your love story to echo eternity. Sometimes the waiting feels like silence. You pray, but it seems heaven is quiet. You hope, but the days stretch on. Yet even in silence, God is working. Remember Hannah in the temple, crying out for a child. Year after year she waited, misunderstood and overlooked. But when Samuel was finally born, his life carried prophetic weight that shifted the entire nation of Israel. Your union carries that same kind of prophetic weight. It's not about speed, it's about substance. And when the promise arrives, it will be undeniable. Your angels also want you to guard your heart during this preparation season. The enemy often tries to discourage you through counterfeit connections, people who look appealing on the surface but lack the spiritual foundation. For your destiny, be discerning. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Not everyone who enters your life is meant to stay, and not everyone who calls themselves your soulmate is truly sent by God. Trust the peace of the Holy Spirit to guide you. Real love will not confuse you. It will bring clarity and peace. Beloved, you must also prepare yourself to walk with humility in this calling. When your soulmate's abundance and influence begin to flow into your shared mission, remember that everything belongs to God. The angels caution you, do not let pride, fear, or comparison steal the beauty of your union. Instead, see yourselves as stewards. Just like the servants entrusted with talents in Matthew 25, you are being entrusted with much. And as you use it faithfully, more will be added, not just in finances, but in impact and favor. The Lord is reminding you of Ecclesiastes 4:9-10. Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. This verse is a promise that your soulmate will be your strength in weakness, and you will be theirs. The journey ahead will have mountains and valleys, but you will not walk it alone. Together, your steps will be steadier, your victories sweeter, and your burdens lighter. The angels whisper, the time is near. Not because you have earned it, but because heaven's calendar is turning. The season of preparation is almost complete. You will soon look back on the waiting, not as wasted years, but as sacred training. And when your paths finally cross, there will be a holy recognition in your spirit. You will know it is them, not because of their wealth, not because of their charm, but because your soul will feel at home. Take comfort in Psalm 37:4, delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of your heart. Your delight in God is not being ignored. He has seen your faithfulness, your prayers, your tears in the secret place. He has seen you choose trust when doubt tried to take over. He has seen you worship even when your heart felt heavy. Those moments are not forgotten. They are seeds, and soon they will bear fruit. Beloved, can you imagine the day your soulmate looks at you and says, "I prayed for you before I knew you"? Can you imagine the strength of knowing that your love is not random, but ordained? That is what the angels are preparing you for. That is what heaven has written over your life. And so today, rise in faith. Lift your head. Shake off despair. Refuse to let fear have the last word. Your billionaire soulmate's spiritual mission is waiting for you, and heaven has confirmed it. You are part of that mission. Your covenant will not just bless you, it will bless generations. Declare it now in faith. I receive God's promise of divine love and mission. Write it in the comments below so your declaration stands as a testimony. If this word has filled you with peace, like this video to let it spread to others who need encouragement. Subscribe and stay connected for more messages like this, because each one is designed to guide you, uplift you, and remind you that heaven is always speaking. You are loved, you are chosen, you are prepared, and soon you will be united with the one God has set apart for you. The secret is no longer hidden. The angels have revealed it. Your soulmate, this billionaire with a spiritual mission, has been entrusted with much because their heart is being shaped to serve many. Their wealth and influence are tools, not trophies. And when you unite, your love will become a force of restoration for others. It will be a living sermon, preaching without words, showing the world what covenant looks like under God's covering. Think about Abraham and Sarah again. Their journey was filled with waiting, doubt, even mistakes. Yet when the promise finally came, it was greater than they imagined. Out of their union came nations. Beloved, do you see it? Your union carries nations inside it. The prayers you pray as a couple, the choices you make, the generosity you extend, it will ripple outward for generations. That is why the weight feels so heavy. Because heaven is not just preparing you for marriage, heaven is preparing you for mission. The angels bring to mind Zechariah and Elizabeth. They were described as righteous yet childless for many years. But when John the Baptist was born to them, he was the forerunner of Christ. Their love and faithfulness created a womb for destiny. Likewise, your love will birth something beyond you, whether children, ministries, or movements. It will carry the mark of divine timing and eternal impact. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine angels standing guard around your soulmate right now, protecting them from harm, whispering guidance into their spirit, preparing them for you. Imagine also angels surrounding you, covering your heart, strengthening your faith, and preparing your spirit to receive a love so powerful it cannot be shaken. Heaven is already moving on both sides,